we're back on schedule, and what better way it is to celebrate the past year of mindless and blatant consumerism than to give you my top 5, bottom 5, and bleh 5. Might as well. I heard these things sell like hot Twitter drama nowadays, so let's see how much of it is true. The rules of our top 5 is simple. Every anime of 2017 or that ended in 2017 that was rambled about is eligible, while the rest can go choke on a bear deer. Let's begin. Kanon of Friends is a nice and enjoyable anime about fluffy animal girls with a somewhat compelling story, nice music, and very shitty 3D graphics, but if you're willing to put aside the fact that anime stylistic in a 3D environment is kinda hard to pull off correctly, you'll probably enjoy watching it, because say what you want about it, at least it's not... This new incarnation of Berserk is shit, and everyone who likes it deserves to have every piece of visual media they enjoy to be butchered and closed. But the problem is that no matter how much people will rail on the graphics, the fact that it continues Berserk when it already made the best parts anyway or something else, it will continue, and a bunch of contrarian kiwi fruits will defend it to their graves. My advice is, if you really don't have much choice in what you animate in, at the very least pretend that you've put some effort into this. Well, I might as well get this out of the way. Kanon Super wasn't as bad as the first season, but when I try to remember what was even in that show, I can barely remember anything from it outside of titillation and that Demon Lord was incompetent, and that's not a very good thing to get out of the show, is it? Well, I suppose the porn was nice. Though falling in the same pit as most comedy shows do, Dragon Maid manages to crawl out of it with the help of its strong cast of main characters and believable storytelling, while at the same time keeping it light-toned enough to not turn into a virtue parade. Now let's wait for the sequel that will ruin everything. Have you ever watched or played something that is technically watchable but is boring, insulting to your intelligence, and just won't stop? I've experienced this feeling while watching Twin Star Exorcist. May it burn in the depths of hell it was spawned from. Good grief. Between this and Gamers, I've chosen Interviews with Monster Girls because while it's watchable, it summarizes in detail every single problem that a team-specific anime will have these days. Whether it's about Monster Girls or Gamer Girls, in the end of the day this is all but a thinly veiled curtain created to mask the banal romance or slice-of-life stuff we've come to expect from just about any piece of media these days. At least unlike Gamers, this anime actually explores its themes somewhat. Like Kanon of Friends, Princess Principal is a decent original anime that shows how much one can do if only you apply some creative thought into it, but its overused genre, along with some other quirks, made it the best in a season where there wasn't a lot of things to watch to begin with, so take it as you wish. No! Bad Gamers! You don't make an anime about gaming only to make it a boring and predictable love story. At least pretend that you care. And not in the last episode. A textbook case of having too much stuff put into it, Akka 13 was a very pleasant anime. It was fun, light-hearted, had a bit of style going into it, and what's most importantly, it has some neat cosplay ideas. Shame that it was a bit tone-deaf and the ending was disappointing. Have you ever wanted to know what would happen if Stalker was developed by Japanese? Well, these two are probably the best answer we had so far. Made in Abyss and Girls Last Tour certainly justify most of the hype surrounding them, though there are definitely moments that will make or break the anime for you. This comes less with the show itself and more with the style it was presented in, and there's nothing more I despise than being treated as a horny idiot. Kakegurui is a bland fanservice anime about assholes that's gotten popular only because it was very efficient at making your dick hard. Fight me. Speaking of bland and popular stuff, remember when Attack on Titans was this new and hip thing that everyone copied? Yeah, that sizzled up fast, didn't it? That's what you get for living in the age of internet, where your attention span is about as big and complex as philosophical dilemmas of a rooster. This one probably will be slightly controversial, but fuck it, Little Witch Academia was just so pleasant to watch. It's a good combination of Disney-style aesthetics and plot with inherently Japanese antics and characters, so much so that it's suitable for people of any age, sex, and levels of demagoguery, unlike the following. Well, in all fairness, it is suitable for one type of audience, an audience of reptilians who will find this sort of humor and visual presentation to be appealing. Where to start on Echo Girl, an anime about an idiot who acts like an idiot and speaks like an idiot, yet that's somehow supposed to be funny? Well, I don't know where to start, but I know where to stop when this little poker will make a loud cracking noise in your skull. This shouldn't be very surprising, but Grimoire of Zero was just the definition of cookie cutter when it comes to fantasy anime. Good job! You've managed to not care your way right to the end, winning the wooden there was an attempt block. I hope you're happy with yourself.